Hello everyone, how are you? My name is Makeda Valletta, also known as the Renaissance Amazon. And in case you are unfamiliar with me, I do a bunch of things. I'm live on my IG right now, and I am reposting on my YouTube page, the Renaissance Amazon. Today I wanted to talk about a subject that's very dear to my heart. I've been wanting to do a video about this for a few years now. Some of you, if you follow my work, you know I'm very pro-women and women's empowerment, but I also have a love for men and also try my best to understand men and speak up for men as well. And I talk a lot about how, some people misunderstand me, and, being a pro-woman person, they think sometimes I'm anti-male. And I always have to point out the fact that I have a twin brother. So my other half is male, and I'm also very close to my dad. I'm close to both of my parents, but my dad has a lot to do with me being the kind of woman that I am. So and he's very pro-woman too. So I definitely am not anti-male. But I want to talk about twins, and duality, because I find it interesting that, I see people all the time saying, oh, I want to have twins. Oh, I wish I was a twin. And it makes me wonder, why do people want to have twins? And why do you wish that you were a twin? I think that twins get idolized a lot. And I think that there can be some damaging things, effects. And so I'm going to talk about that and just the whole twin symbology. So, when we see documentaries about twins, it's usually about identical twins. Identical twins get all the attention when people say that, somebody's if somebody's kid looks like them or their friend, like, oh, that's your twin. So people use the word twin as to imply that two people are exactly the same or they look exactly the same, because people usually think about identical twins when they talk about twins. But all twins aren't identical. You also have fraternal twins, who are twins that are born at the same time in the womb at the same time, but are not from the same egg and sperm. Okay, identical twins, same egg, same sperm. Egg is fertilized, breaks in half. You have two people who are genetically the same fingerprint, same DNA, everything. If one of them was to kill somebody, you wouldn't know which one it was because they have the same fingerprint. Okay, fraternal twins, two different eggs, two different sperm. So it's like siblings born, in the same womb under the same conditions at the same time, but different. And identical twins, I always do my own independent research, because first of all, you can also be fraternal and be the same sex. So if I were to say that I have a twin sister, most people would think that there's another woman in the world who looks just like me. But if my sister was fraternal, my fraternal twin sister, she could be 4 inches shorter than me, she could be chubby and look nothing like me, right? And when people see that, if I say I have a twin sister and you see my twin sister and she's 5'2", and she's chubby, people are going to be like, that's your twin? And people say things like that, and they don't realize that the effect it might have on those two. Like I'm sure that can happen with siblings, but even more so with twins, because twins are, a lot of times people have a preconceived notion in their mind that they're just alike. So with my twin brother, of course, we can't be identical because he's a boy. Identical twins are exactly the same. You cannot be boy-girl twins and be identical. I thought that was basic biology and people knew that, but a lot of really smart people who should know better, when they see my twin brother, they're like, oh, he's not your twin because he's dark-skinned. And I'm like, he's not my twin because he's a boy, okay? Like, not because he's dark-skinned, like he's a whole boy. Like, you can't be girl-boy twins and be identical. But people, and I'm sure they mean no harm, people often like to compare, And I remember even growing up, I was always the good student. My parents didn't have to stay on me to do my schoolwork. I was nerdy. I used to love doing homework. My twin brother was not, okay? And I'm not going to say he wasn't smart, because he is. His strengths are my weaknesses. He just wasn't, into school like I was, right? Now he has a master's degree in journalism from Columbia University, so he's not stupid. But he moved at his pace. And I remember my dad used to always say, how come you have such good grades and your brother doesn't? Like, they say, are you your brother's keeper? Like, I'm not responsible for him and his schoolwork. And most of our schooling, we weren't in the same classes, we were separated a lot. I remember we went to the same high school. When people found out we were twins, they put us in different classes. And when we were in junior high, we went to 2 different schools that were in the same building. When we were in elementary, we went to the same school, but we were always in different classes, right? So first of all, whatever work he got wasn't the same work I got, right? But we were different. And again, my strengths are his weaknesses. Like he doesn't need glasses. I've been blind. He can see perfectly. So everything that I'm weak at, he's strong at, physically, and just when it comes to personality wise. All right. Like I have a lot of enemies. My brother doesn't. He never has a problem with people. I talk fast. He talks slow. I walk fast. He walks slow. I'm late for shit a lot. He's never late. So it's like literally, our strengths and our weaknesses are the opposite. And I see a lot of, like I've and with girl boy twins, and for any twins listening, please speak up and share your 2 cents, especially the non-identical ones, because the especially the non-identical. Identical twins, if you want to share something, you can, but I feel like a lot is known about identical twins because that's what everything is on, right? Now, and from my research, my own independent just observations, all the identical twins I know, they have the same interest. They usually have the same major, the same GPA, they play the same sports. A lot of times their spouses look alike. They don't ever move that far away from each other. They sweat the hell out of each other. It's a little weird to me, no offense, but identical twins are like, when you have a twin, it's almost like you're married to somebody. So almost like you're born married to somebody. Even as a fraternal twin, I feel like that about my twin brother. And it's something that's hard for me to explain, okay? I'm sure identical twins really feel that way. But with fraternal twins, oftentimes we're very different. And with girl-boy twins, which is my favorite, I think girl-boy twins are the coolest. I think it's really unique because I shared, my other half is male. I shared the womb with a boy. He's way bigger than me, So there are times that I felt like maybe I have high testosterone because, I never got my blood levels checked, but there are things about me that says high testosterone, even though I'm fully a woman. But I used to think, maybe it's because I was in a womb with a boy, and my brother's 6'2" and 230 pounds or something. I'm 5'8", so he's a lot bigger than I am. But I always felt like, I remember when I was a little girl not understanding the difference between boys and girls, my mother trying to explain to me, you have a penis and you have a vagina. And I'm like, huh, what? And and then, when we were little, I could beat my brother at stuff. I could beat him at games, races, all that. I remember the day that he beat me in a race and I never beat him again. It's called puberty, which is why I will always say there's no way in hell that male athletes, who were born men and chose to be women and get some sex change should be competing against women who were born as women. No way, because men and women do not have the same strength. It's one thing when you're a kid. Once puberty hits in and men get their testosterone, different story, okay? So I've always my whole life studied what's feminine, what's masculine, and I felt like I understand boys more than most women, but I'm still not a man, so I can't say that, I can understand completely. And also my brother doesn't represent all men, but I just feel like there's something to be said about that. But I feel like when I hear the parents of girl-boy twins or people that know girl-boy twins, teachers, they often describe the girl as being smarter. This is not 100% the case, but they often do. And I don't like that because I feel like girls in general kind of mature faster and move faster. But just because the girl might be a better student and more into her schoolwork doesn't always mean that she's smarter. But I see these struggles, even with girl-boy twins that I know that have grown up. A lot of times I see them have issues with each other. I've seen a lot of twin girls feel like the twin brother has some type of animosity towards them or anger. I've also known fraternal twins who are the same sex who have had issues that was weird. It's almost like one twin might have been mad about something from the past, okay? Like they say that there's a evil twin and a nice twin. I wasn't evil, but I was looked at as the bad twin. Like I was mean to my brother when we were really, really little. I was mean to my brother when we were really little. And 2 other boys that I grew up with, I was really bossy. And I remember thinking to myself, boys are slow. Boys are easy to control. Because they just did what I said and I didn't really get it. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years old, right? Maybe 6. And then, so a lot of times the girl-boy twins, that's the case. My mother would always laugh because there are many times she was in public and she would see the girl-boy twins and the mother was scolding the girl, leave your brother alone, leave your brother alone. And she would laugh and tell her twins were the same way, because a lot of times parents of girl-boy twins think it's just their twins. They don't realize that I think 90% of the time the girl twin thinks she's his mother and is bossing him and running him around, and the little boy twin would be calm and just Then at some age, the boy twin learns to get on her nerves and then they start driving each other crazy. And I think sometimes, you grow up and the boy twin might hold some animosity towards something that the girl twin feels like was childhood. But I've also seen that with fraternal twins who are the same sex, who have had issues where one twin, and it's usually the twin that's supposed to be the more aggressive or the bad twin, has an issue in adulthood with the other twin who's mad at them and trying to attack them. And it's something that you can't really talk to with many people, because if you're not a twin, it's like some unspoken thing that I feel like regular people don't understand. And I don't feel like this is talked about enough. I feel like, you know, whenever we see documentaries about twins, it's always about identical twins. And, you know, when, you know, even with romance, people talk about twin flames, right? And I never really looked up the full definition of what that means, but I have my own interpretation, because when I think about the lessons that twins bring to this world, it's not simply about being identical to somebody, okay? And it's funny because both my parents are Geminis, but it's like, it's not always about being just like somebody, okay? To me, I feel like twins have a sacred mission. When I think of twins, even with Geminis, people say, oh, Geminis are crazy, they're bipolar. When I think of Geminis, I think, or just the symbolism of twins, okay? Whether it's your zodiac sign or you were born a twin. I feel like the first thing I think of is protection, okay? Twins are protection. And twins are sacred beings in a lot of cultures. And it's in one of my favorite cosmologies, in Haitian cosmology, the Marasa, they use the symbol of the girl and the boy twin, not of identical twins, okay? And I might be a little biased, but I think girl-boy twins are the coolest, okay? I think that they definitely have lessons to teach. I feel like each type of twin, whether it be identical twins, girl-boy fraternal twins, same-sex fraternal twins, or Siamese twins, which are identical twins who haven't split in half, I feel like, and there are more twins than that, actually. There's actually more weird categories, but I won't get into. But those are the 4 basic ones. I say that they all have something to teach the world, some type of sacred lessons, right? And so I feel like, so then using that with the term twin flames, I feel like, you know, twins have some type of sacred contract, you know, the reflections of each other's strengths and weaknesses. They often are opposing and are actually very different, okay, and have different interests. But they have, you know, they are bound to each other, okay? Like, my twin brother gets on my nerves sometimes, okay? We've gotten into some bad fights. And if he would have been any other man, I probably wouldn't talk to him anymore, but he's my twin, right? And so it makes me feel like I have to dig deeper and try to understand. And I feel like I've seen a lot of fraternal twins who grow up and they're not that close. And I've seen it a lot with girl-boy twins too. Like, granted, despite what my brother and I go through, if he needs me, I'm there for him, and vice versa. Like, there's nothing, like, if I know I have anybody in this world who has my back, if something goes down, it is my twin, okay? So despite all that, you know, it's like we're bound, we're protective of each other. Like, when I'm driving and my twin is in the passenger seat, he's always, watch out for this, watch out for that, be careful, watch out. I don't take offense to it. I do the same thing to him. And then we do it to our mother, and it drives her insane, right? But it's protection, okay? And so, yeah, I mean, I definitely, just the whole twin thing, I do think that, you know, I was having this conversation on Clubhouse with a group of twin moms, and, you know, one mother said she didn't feel like imposing this, you know, comparing them was hurtful, but she was she didn't feel like comparing her twins was harmful in any way, but she did have identical twins, and I don't know that it affects identical twins the same way, because they really are the same, and they really sweat each other. All the identical twins I've known, they have the same job, like, everything is the same. So with them, it may not have that effect. But again, the identical twins are the ones that everybody focuses on when they talk about twins. If, you know, I wish I had a twin, or I want twins. People want to dress the twins alike, but they're 2 different people. Now, if you're talking about identical twins, they're really not 2 different people. They're really, like, they have the same damn DNA. They're really the same person split in half, which is a little creepy. No offense to my identical twin friends out there. But with fraternal twins, we're not the same damn person, okay? We don't have the same genetic makeup. Yes, we're born we were both in the womb at the same time, which is very important and says something about our sacred mission to work together. Being a twin has taught me to know how to share. I've had to share my entire life. I had to share my crib, my bedroom, my birthday, the womb, you know what I'm saying? I've had to share. I understand what it is. And I remember when I was a little girl and I found out, like 3, and I found out when I grew up I'm supposed to marry a boy, I remember telling my parents, oh, I just married my brother. And they're like, you can't marry your brother. But I'm just like, what? Like, so I already felt like I'm in this sacred contract for life with a boy. Okay, of course it's non-sexual or nothing like that, but I didn't know about sex at 3 years old anyway. I just knew that at some point in life I was expected to commit to a man and have this. And so and again, it's something that's hard to explain to people who are not twins, but I feel like parents of twins, I see a lot of things where I see parents of twins talking, or people who want to have twins, or identical twins, talking. But I'm always, I haven't seen, fraternal twins, whether it be same sex or opposite sex, speaking about their experiences. But I have known fraternal twins who've had issues, both same sex and opposite sex. Things that bring tears to their eyes when they speak to me. And they feel like other people wouldn't understand. And they might not, because I feel like people totally idolize twins and they don't understand how instantly comparing them. Like, again, my brother and I have a lot of differences, a lot, so people could see us, oh, he's not, instantly looking like, oh, he's not like this and he's not like that, but she's like this. And they impose that on you, and I feel like that's not good. I feel like it can definitely be harmful, even though people don't intend it, So this is something that I wanted to talk about, been wanting to talk about for a while. If you are a twin, especially fraternal, but again, identical twins, you can say your piece too. But definitely let me know your perspectives, your twin perspective. I like to do independent research, okay? So I'm going to end this here. I think I said everything I wanted to say, I think. And I'm going to log off. Thank you for listening. Bye.